Testing, testing. Sorry, okay. That was a lot of stuff to get sorted in one quick go. We immediately get 3-bet with our iffy ace-8 suited raise. My bad, my bad. Sorry, I'm late today. I had to get the kids down solo. Mrs. let us out with a couple of her friends, which is nice. They've actually raised us quite minimally. Although it's not a good hand to go in. But we would definitely get to see it. No, I think I actually shouldn't. I think I actually shouldn't. Maybe shouldn't have even raised it in the first place, but it's okay. No disaster. Oh, I thought we might get something real good on the other table, but we don't. So as always, we're looking out for short stacks in the Hot 22 on the right, because that is a knockout tournament, whereas the Fenomeno isn't. That's a standard tournament. Got a cup of tea brewing. I guess I can wait 20 minutes to break for that. I was slightly late registering for these two. I didn't want to wait any longer. Darn it! would have hit top pair with that Jack 10. Why did I not call that, actually? Was it just raised too high, or it wasn't 3-bet, was it? Was it 3-bet? Heart's already down, sadly. That's what I'm going to be keeping my eye on. Okay, suit ace to the small blind. And let's solve that mystery of what on earth I did with the Jack 10 there. Was it just such a big raise that it put me off? Oh, it was huge. Yeah, it was an absolutely giant open bet. Right, okay. That's weird. Did we find out what they giant open bet with? Probably not. Well, maybe we will. It's got down to the river. Wow, we do find out. Aces. Wow, okay. That's a little unusual. I feel like we should be 3-betting this. Hope I'm not wrong. Okay. I actually... Oh, I put that in the wrong place, haven't I? I don't hate this by any stretch. Wow, calls us, and the heart comes. Oh, it's unlikely they've got the heart. Surely not. Great, okay. The shove gets it done on the turn. Cool. And we find ourselves a little bit up. Gosh, can we call this? Oh boy. Can we call this? Yeah, maybe we can. You know I love to bounty hunt. All right. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. We need an 8, but they're covering one of them. We don't get it. They get a full house. Yes, a full house will do it. Unfortunately. Okay. I was a loser on that occasion. That is true. That is true. Oh, 3-bet. I was all ready to call the 500. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's not 500. I nearly clicked call. It's like, that's not 500 at all. Wow, okay. Ace King versus Aces. Unlucky Ace King. Unless you hit run of diamonds, which you don't. Nearly. King Jack. Suddenly doesn't seem so good when we've just seen Aces and Ace King. Wouldn't hate just taking the blinds, and that's what we do. Queen 5, not so good. Gosh, excuse me. Woo! Oh, with a short stack on the knockout tournament, but not by loads. We'll just pick our moment. Don't know why I'm suddenly feeling sneeze prone. All right, let's see what we can do in the PKO, and I don't know in the Fenomeno. Sadly, I'm going to throw that one away. Very sadly. Right, we pick up middle pair and a gut shot in the PKO, but there is an ace out. Oh, we might have it. We do. Oh, baby. Guess no one else had the ace. Big blind next hand. Wow. Okay, the Fenomeno really going wild here. Hour and a half left of late registration there. Half an hour left in the Hot 22. Have a look at that flop play again. Did Toby check raise fold? Check. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Raise. Sidix re-raises. And Toby finds the fold. Okay. There's danger on every corner, but I'm okay. Oh, a limp to our big blind, which is pretty terrible but suited. Ah, unfortunately it juices quite a large raise. Ace. 3 in the Fenomeno. which, while I don't love it, is good enough for a call. No, that is no good to us whatsoever. Ace King nearly beats aces, but not quite. Man, Ace King looking totally sucky tonight. Apparently every time you've got Ace King, you run into aces and you're almost drawing dead. Where's the Wardley Dubois ring walk? Must be like 10 or so. It must be about an hour and a bit. Gosh, 11? That's late for a Manchester card. Oh, with 7 chips left to the big money. Let's hope we don't end up all in with them anytime soon. Sorry about the nose blowing. Been absolutely fine. Till I sat down here. No problem whatsoever. Struck by a cold at the instant start of playing poker. Might be an allergy thing, who knows. I'm not particularly prone to allergies, but you never know. Big money at risk of being pretty short stacked here if they don't beat Michael on the river. They get a bet in. That gives them a reasonable chance. Whoever bet first is going to be the favourite. And yeah, Michael does fold, so we remain the short stack. In fact, they are moved, or we're all moved? No, we're moved. Right, new table. Oh! Please. I am low fold. No! No! Why wasn't I moved a hand earlier? 231 chips. Flip me. Maybe they could win. I'll tell you what, it's 50-50. Come on, right. Obviously, Rick has to call. And then it's basically 50-50. 8-7 versus Jack-7. No 8 so far, but they do have an open-ended straight draw they've hit. Oh, yuck. Well, never mind. No bounty for us. And we got a hand next hand as well. Classic. Though, I will now fold to this. Oh, 3's in the big blind. Not bad, not bad. We don't hit a 3. I think we've got a reasonable chance of still being ahead here, honestly. Running clubs, running straight. Or just turn a 3. Wild. Absolutely wild. I think we raise now. I don't think we're making any more. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's good enough to take it. Yeah, pretty good odds to try and come in here. But we miss. Big blind next hand in the bounty. We have more chips than Rave Dave. And that's it. Sorry, chat. I'm only just noticing you now. Good evening, Zach. Great to see you, man. Hope you've had a good day. Sorry I'm on late. Yeah, Corley, it took me ages to get the kids down, so I might end up with a late night. And then I've got to get up with the kids as well, because Mrs. Rettles is staying over at her friend's. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, what are the tables? So on the left, we have an $109... which we used one of our tickets. Oh, used one of our tickets on both of these. Used one of our tickets on. We have a lot of $100 tickets left, way more than all our other tickets combined now. Oh, wow, okay. I was considering what to do with this, but now it is definitely a fold. I'm pretty sure Big Land will go the same way. So that's just a straight cash tournament, right? If we survive long enough, we'll make a cash payout. Simple as that. No knockouts, no mystery bounties, nothing like that. Not a satellite. Just a good old-fashioned cash tournament. And on the right, we're in a turbo bounty tournament for $22. We haven't made any bounties yet. We could make Rave Dave's bounty. We'll play with them. They're the only person on a stack short enough for us to make a bounty off of. I don't think we've hit this heavy enough to go crazy and try and win their bounty, but it is a nice start. Now we have. We'll raise on the other table as well. Might check shove this. Because I think they'll just bet a busted draw. I want your bounty. Give me that bounty. Give me that bounty, baby. Give me that bounty. I think I've been raised off the Jack 9 suited, sadly. King 8, baby! Give me that bounty! Oh, my 60 chips. Okay, our first $5 of the night in the bank. And for the first time in this tournament, we have a chip stack. Okay, great stuff. Great stuff. Wow. Only in a $22 on the ones we play with a King 8. Okay, we just flopped a straight on an all-diamond board. Also, there's lots of cards that make our straight not a very good straight that could come, right? So, we just have to put in a nice big bet and hope someone calls it a hope a diamond or an 8 or a 5 doesn't come. Okay, that's a really good card. That's a really, really good card. Please don't turn over 2 diamonds. No, they've got a set, and it doesn't pair, and they don't have a diamond. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. 2 bounties in a row. 2 bounties in a row. Wow. All right. And we've just been moved table again. Any short stacks at this table? Not particularly. White lime if they lose this one. Basically, yeah, whoever loses this one out, the shortest stacks is going to be the short stack. But we are now well above average. That is cool and unexpected. Hearts equalize. Come on. Come on, Hearts. You can do it. Oh, 5-minute break. I can finally have my cup of tea. BRB. That was a decent end to shift. Oh, Pendo in the house. Yes, caught an ice stream. Great to have you here, man. I'm a bad man. I'm sorry, Pendo. Hey, at least you're doing it the right way. I'm proud of that. You're not just like jumping on a poker site and throwing money that you shouldn't be at it. You're doing the study. Good man. Good man. Okay, be right back. Hey, Tree. I hope so, Tree. I hope so. Neither of these have the most massive prize pools, just to be clear. I normally try and pick off some massive, massive prize pools with a ridiculous amount of players, but I was late to the game tonight, so I just had to join what was available. So the prize pool for everyone in the Fenomeno on the left is 10,000, and it's 5,000 on the right. So first will be, goodness knows, let's just say 1,500, but could be more. You know, I could be miles off on that. Let's just try and make anything. If I can catch the Fenomeno, I'd be very, very happy. We have made 2 bounties for $10 in the Hot 22. So we're doing okay there, and our stack size is well above average, with late registration only being another 13 minutes. So we'll see what the prize situation is there. It's a turbo as well, so we might lose players quite fast. The problem is that if we just try and sit back and relax, the blinds will very rapidly stop us being a big stack. We're slightly... So we started on 5,000 on the right in the Hot 22, so 13,000 is really sweet. But we did start with 30,000 in the Fenomeno, so we're just a tiny, tiny bit up. Up is good, but it is only a very, very slight bonus at the moment over there. Go on, we'll shove something in with Queen 9 suited. We have been insanely aggressive looking at my stats, but we've been... No, that's someone else. We've been moved tables so much that it's hard to know exactly what they actually think of us. I've also been moved table on the other one. Oh my goodness. Bear with me if you would, as I shift everything around. Ah, okay. Bounty hunting. It's kind of what I wanted. Let's go. No! Ace 4 calls. We hit the 9. No heart. No heart. We got a flush draw. That is fine. The 10s win, but we actually make a huge amount of chips. Well, no, we don't. No, we make some amount of chips. We make 2,500, something like that. Profit. But no bounty. Oh, no, we get their bounty. Of course we do. Oh gosh, I'm thick sometimes. I apologize. We make another $5, just not the $5 we were trying to make. Okay. Weird hand. I can't quite keep up with it. All I want to do is sort out my HUD. All I want to do is have some HUD. I've got a feeling I'll be the one to draw first blood. I don't think I improved that song very much. I don't think I've ever sung that one on stream before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nope. King Jack beats Queen Jack? Does it? No. I don't know what I just saw, but I didn't see that. King Queen beats Queen Jack. There we go. Yes, that was the thing that could happen on that board. Not what I said. Oh, we would have had a flush draw and a pair. And we would have won. The pair would have been good. Wow, okay. Bottom pair. Done. Could have gone for more bounties. When you're hot, you're hot. Wouldn't hate going in with the big blind here. But I think against a big stack, we just get out of the way. When you big stack against... You don't want to play the big stacks when you're big stacked because there's value in just surviving in poker, normally in tournaments, because you get paid out depending on what position you're in. And unless you come first, you end up with 0 chips anyway. So in a sense, there's no inherent value to chips. Or at least, what it actually means is that there's less value to every additional chip that you get. There's more value to every... The fewer chips you have, the higher value they are. The more chips you have, the less value they are. So you don't want to get involved with big stacks when you're big stacked. Unless you have an absolute lock. Short stack raises and we wake up with ace jack. And they're pretty aggressive, so yeah. Okay. Kinda hope they shove. It's worked out well enough for us so far. Cool. Big stacks get out of the way, and we just take it. That's also fine. We didn't have a complete monster. I'm not that greedy. Well, I am, but I'll put it aside for common sense on this one occasion. Hydra, thank you very much. Instant straight, yes. That was agreeable to me. So we've made $15 in bounties now on the $22, so we're approaching our buy-in on that one. Always good. I haven't made any money off of... Hang on, let me check I'm not lying. Okay, let's try this again. The most money I've made off an $100 or more tournament so far from our tickets is a $25 bounty. That's the most I've managed so far. So, let's... I really just would love to cash the Fenomeno. You know, it would probably break us even for the weekend so far, or even put us a little bit into profit, even if we just min cashed. And also, it would be my first proper cash from an $100 or more. So that would feel really good. But we're a long way to go. There's still just over an hour of late registration left, and we haven't really made any progress on our stack size, so I'm probably getting ahead of myself, to be honest, but just to put it on the table. More interestingly for sure is the Turbo Hot $22, where we've made $15 of the buy-in back already in bounties alone, and we are tripled up in chips with just 6 minutes to go of late registration left until we can have a look at the cash prizes and what position we need to survive to. Queen Jack straight drawing double belly buster doesn't hit at all. Does not hit. And the ace 6 gets a nice amount of chips. Sadly, the Queen Jack not short stacked enough to be of super interest to us, and this is a garbage hand anyway. Short stack shoves on the Fenomeno. Probably just wins it. If there's bounties on the line, there'd be an... Oh, folds round to us. Let's go. Queen 2 for the win. Ace Queen in the Fenomeno. I guess if Toby shoves again, we'll be calling. It's probably like an ideal scenario right now. Ace Queen otherwise a little tricky to play. Talking of tricky to play, I am going to pass this up because it's the big stack again. We talked about this earlier. It is Toby. Come on, Toby. Do it again. Do it again, baby. No! Okay, we've got to play poker properly. Let's try. Calls. And we miss. And we take it. Oh, and we can breathe. Happy, happy days. And we get 4s. All right. Well, we've made about a third of our chip stack there. So that was good. That was good. It's going to fold King 9 automatically then. No, I should be raising this if it folds to me. Apparently my brain is in super tight mode. Gosh, might even want a bounty hunt. We'll see. Let's just shove the 4s. Happy to take the blinds there. Did they just min re-raise me? They've min re-raised me. What the flip is that? Oh dear. I am super worried that I guess we're 5 outing if they've got aces. If they've got kings, we're screwed. But that's super unlikely right now because we're blocking that. Yeah, we've just got to call ace king. No, we hit the wrong one. When they hit the kicker on the river. Why couldn't we hit the kicker on the river? Ah, classic. Okie dokie. Yeah, I should tighten up a little bit now. Let's not... We just got caught with King, Queen 9 offsuit. Wish I had just auto-folded it now. Oh, our King 10 would have made a very unusual straight. Only if we'd somehow got down to the river, which is unlikely. Okay, King Jack in the Fenomeno. Oh yeah, it was a min rewrite. Let's min 3-bet. Let's throw that in there. Oh, 8s. Okay. Yeah, we could definitely end up with some action here. Oh, man. King Jack. Oh, I'm going to fold, which I think is a mistake, but not by much. Oh, glad I didn't 3-bet now. Alright, swing and a miss for the 8s. So we'll take one more stab at it. If we won this only on every 3 occasions, we'd still make a profit chips-wise. That re-raise, on the other hand, is us out of there. Well played to them. Cold run on the Hot 22 continues. Can we turn it around with Jack 10 suited? As aces play kings, poor Toby. That is brutal, as always. Gosh, we are seeing aces run into some monster hands tonight. We've seen it run into ace-king twice, pretty ridiculously. And now kings as well. Yeah, Morglum, great to see you, man. Okay. Right, no 3-bets. We really, really, really want to see this flop. Yeah, Vlam, I'm sorry I was late, but yes, sir. And I should definitely be 3-peating it tomorrow. We get better value even better. Oh, we hit an open-ended straight draw. We're in quite a good position here where we can check to the C-bet from Goldman. And then we see what Calvio does. And we can shove, possibly. Okay. Oh, they bet. Oh, flip. I really wanted to be the one to bet this, and we've missed. Never mind. Better than us check shoving Goldman and getting called and losing. Yeah, Queen Jack is good. Well played to them. We needed exactly what we thought we needed. At least we got to draw to it pretty cheap. Totally free on the flop. Pretty cheap on turn. Would have made a bounty if we'd hit. All the things that you want. Okay. Unfortunately, from when I last spoke about late registration ending in the Hot 22, we've been about half stacked. Even a little bit more than that. And we would have had trip 10s here. Wow. Wow. Never mind. But anyway, going back to what I'm trying to say, let me find the lobby. Got the lobbies backwards. That's not the end of the world. It is paying out, as you can see at the top right, actually, 41 places for $19 each. That would put us well into profit, as we've made $15 already. And but there is 124 players left, and we're only 83rd currently, so a lot of work to be done if we actually want to make that. Definitely folding, unfortunately, to the short stack in the Fenomeno with our complete garbage. And folding again. Ooh, some action in the Hot 22. They might do, Pendo. They might do. I hope so. Wow. 3 all-ins and counting. Surely Arsac folds. They do. Okay, so Calvio's the big stack with Ace-Jack. The other Ace-Jack hits a flush and beats the Ace-Queen. Ace-Queen losing to 2 Ace-Jacks. Wow, that is like the dream. The absolute dream. Ace-Queen turning over and fighting 2 opponents with Ace-Jack. But somehow it still loses. And unfortunately, well, we wouldn't have quite had them covered, which would have been annoying. But unfortunately, we don't have Calvio. We don't have a hand to play Calvio. Ah, and they're trying to get Goldman's bounty. Yes, I see. And they probably won't. No, they probably will. I take that back. We'd have been 7 deuce versus 7 deuce, funnily enough. Not often that 7 deuce dominates a hand. It did on that occasion, and the worst hand hit anyway. That is a wild shove with 4-2 suit. Okay, so they are crazy. Just to make sure I realise, if I ever read that note back, just how weird that was. Put a little wow at the end. So we are second short stack at the table. We do have Domatron covered, were we to get lucky and get in with them. Taking their bounty would give us a profitable tournament from this. Still 1-1 in the Hearts game. No, that's not great, is it? We don't even have a gut shot. We have runner straight. Runner flush. No, sometimes I'd like to float, but not this. He can just have this. It's even better than last hand. Wow, flush on the other table versus straight. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. We finally lose crazy Calvio, sadly. Ooh, we have a hand that if it folds around, we could shove. We'd rather shove next hand. Doesn't fold round. I guess we could fold. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Okay, gut shot and top pair. That is huge. Gut shot and top pair in the Fenomeno. With quite a big pot already. We will not mess around. We really want people to pay to have to come with us here because there's a lot of overcards that could come that would put us in an awkward spot. We do take it now. Beautiful, beautiful. Very happy with that. King 8 suit, a little bit interesting. More interesting is queens on the Fenomeno, and the big blind is quite short stacked, so if we just min raise this, they could shove. Never mind, we will 3-bet Tigers instead. Who probably just folds, but you never know. Yep, cool. We'll take it. Blinds go up. Hello, Torque. Great to see you, man. Really cool seeing you last weekend, dude. Very nice. Like, was I playing next to you first 2 games, right? That was very cool. That was very cool. It's a strange dynamic, Talk. You know, it's open to interpretation. Time itself is kind of open to interpretation, right? My very favourite hand. I'm going to fold, sadly. Thank you so much, Anoob. Oh, okay. We've finally got it. We've got the hand. I think it's time for us to shove. 900 is a lot of our chip stack right now. That's what's in there. We don't absolutely hate getting called. Okay, we do get called. Come on. In a bounty tournament, we could be good here. It's not an automatic, oh no, they must have a better hand than ours. No, okay. Just no diamonds. No diamond on the turn and we're clear. We're clear. Okay, we're going to split. So many ace jacks tonight. Big blind next hand, and blinds are up. Sadly, in the hot 22. Where we really have some work to do. We are the short stack at the table now as well. Time is confusing. How I sometimes have entire days slip by. In the seeming blink of an eye, I don't know. Jack 10 suited in the big blind in the Fenomeno's kind of cool. Not if Caban shoves. Say that. I'd have to have a little think. Ooh, King 9? King 9 in the big blind? Interesting. Go on, we'll shove the Fenomeno. We quite like our hand. I think we are getting to the point where we're going to go for this with the King 9, you know. I think King 9, small blind to big blind is a big hand. 7s in the Fenomeno. Alright, here we go. Oh, ace king. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? We both hit the king again. Well, if I just hit my 9s today instead of my kings on King 9 every time I'd run into ace king, I'd have been okay. Alright, small loss in the hot 22. Let's plug that into the Google document. And yet, the 7s, we need to go with it on the Fenomeno against the short stack. We're quite a big favourite against their range here. We're a slight favourite against that. And we've hit the 7. Wow, I saw the king first because I was looking for kings and queens. And then just as I was about to say and they've hit the king, I realised the very first card we hit our 7. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so small loss in the hot 22 and we are doing okay. We are doubled up, in fact, now for the first time in the Fenomeno. And it's a slower tournament and there's no bounties, so we're slightly less likely to just spew away our chips. But I wouldn't want to bet on it. Still got 45 minutes left until late registration ends. Half an hour until next break. And 5 to 10 minutes break. Yeah, so it's pretty darn soon after break, isn't it? It's not straight after break, but it's pretty darn soon after break. Things get interesting. I think we're about 70 down yesterday. And now add another 7 to that. So a nice round. I say round. 77. 77 isn't particularly round. So yeah, I would, yeah, I think we'd be almost dead break even. Probably with a min cash here. Of course, the biggest loss is the Fenomeno itself. Were we to not make the min cash. Need to chill out now because the Hot 22 is a pretty rapid pace, but the Fenomeno is pretty relaxed. Gosh, there's a turbo $100 in 50 minutes. Surely I don't want to play that. Do I want to play that? Late registration doesn't end until 11:15. No. No. Yeah, so we're gonna chill. We gotta totally change gear now. And just sit back and pick our moments. Because the blinds are fairly significant, right? Let's at least, yeah, let's check out our M. So it's less than 20. But that, you know, 20's big. 20's big. So yeah, it is a sit and chill moment in the Fenomeno for now. Let's try and see it through to break healthily. Obviously, if we get completely cold decked, so be it. Yeah, that would have been wild talk if it carried on. I messed it up. Oh, what about Trip Queens here talking messing up? Yeah, I messed it up by messing up my second game. That cost me like my tournament life, as I'd say in poker terms. Because obviously you pretty much want to be winning all your games or one draw at most, and I left the chain push on after stopping Skaven having any scoring threats after their turn 7 first half on their offense. I then, in trying to pressure the ball, left the chain push on to give them the score, which was taken very well, to be fair. They used exactly all their rerolls, because it was quite a lot of dice. They used exactly all their rerolls and made it. And then second half, I tried to push to turn it around and couldn't. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. You sure did, Collie. Oh my, we had everybody in that stretch. That was wild. Like, I was playing Barney. I think Jock was next to me on or +1. That was crazy. Like you say, Spleggy, yeah. That was a crazy stretch of tables, actually. You just reminded me, I wanted to check out my friend's Blood Bowl YouTube. My best mate from when I was 6 and 7 that I bumped into there. Something like Baron's Den? Should have made a note on my phone, what an idiot. No, that's not it. Was there alliteration to it? What? If it was Baron, but it wasn't Barn. What starts with a B? It's a bit like Den. Tree chasing up talk, I love it. Oh, that'd be good talk. That'd be very good. I'd love to see that. Yes, got my game scheduled for, I want to say 11 a.m. Monday. Which I then later thought, oh my goodness, I think I've clashed that with my physio. But normally my physio is then, but it's like 3.5 hours later this time. Which is kind of perfect. It might be Baron's Den. Maybe he changed his content. I think it is. I'm now 99% sure. Lovely. Right, let's this is the YouTube of my NAFC friend. If anyone else wants to check it out as well. Yes, I think King Jack probably beats Ace Queen there. With a full house. Oh my goodness, that'd be amazing, Tree. Oh, okay, talking of amazing. Ace King suited, please don't run into aces, as we've seen so many times tonight. I guess I'd be a little disappointed to just take it now. It's always a funny one with Ace King because it misses so many flops, but this is suited and we're in position and it's the perfect non-pair hand. So, sure, let's hope for more than just taking it. Although, I wouldn't completely lament that. Yeah, please don't be aces. Also Ace King, we've got slightly higher flush chance. Now they have a higher flush chance. They have a much higher flush chance. They've missed it. Oh my goodness, thank goodness for that. Wow! That was a close one. That was a close one. Okay. Oh, we played them the other day. That wasn't that big of a shove. 4-bet shove. Ace 10. That will do for a raise if Tigers folds. If they don't, it's definitely a fold. If Andy March shoves, it's definitely a call. No? Okay. We get through to the blinds. Can we avoid a 3-bet? We take the blinds. I don't hate that at all. That is no Ace King suited, that's for sure. Oh, crud. Not delighted to raise this after raising Ace 10. Maybe I should have folded it even. So far, so good. Wow, we take the blinds twice in a row. Happy Rick. And I think we could give this to somebody else. Gosh, can we fold to Andy March? A little bit worried we can't. Oh, crud. Hit bottom pair. Oh dear, okay. Whoops. Aces, wow. Oh gosh, and we hit on the river. Oh, flip. Disappointing. My other route, we probably win there. I think it was right to bet out. But it's pretty close. It's really, really close. We could have check called. I think Mitch is stealing chicken. 1 sec. She was, in case you're interested. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. 3 betting is common at this level, and we are big enough to make them fold. We are really crippled if we lose this. We very, very much just want the folds here. I guess we'd love a call with ace queen. Yes, we get the folds. Beautiful. And we're right back to where we were before we lost a bit with the 4-2. Great stuff. Great stuff. Split screen. Oh, gosh, thanks. Thanks, Fairly. Sorry for the 7 to 8 minute delay on this. I'll also change the info to get that right. How about that? Yeah, talk, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the worst, isn't it? I mean, it's literally what you're... That's the problem, isn't it? That your brain turns off that part of it and moves on to the... Right, how can we turn over and get the counter score? Exactly, Zach, yeah. Yep. Time for us to get fruity. Can we take the blinds? There's a good amount in there. Gets round to Zidix, the big blind. Calls. Interesting flop. Almost bet the wrong amount. Glad that I've adjusted. And they give it us. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Legit hand again. Just take the blinds. Sure. It was only ace 10, even if it looked pretty because it was suited. And we'll fold that with big blind next hand. Probably not blinds going up on us. Great stuff. Great stuff. Just under 15 minutes until break. 10 minutes to go, and the football's still 1-1. Hearts have been on top, apparently. Motherwell making defensive changes. I was thinking this might be a defend. I'm quite glad to get an excuse to get rid. King was good. Offsuit 6, less so. Funny thing is with we do take the blinds though. We do take the blinds. We'll soon be able to shove hands like that with the blinds getting up where they are. That's what I was trying to get out. We'll soon be able to shove hands like that. In fact, the blinds going to 2,000, that's a big jump. Is it just 1,800? No, it is jumping to 2,000. Wow. So, not a million miles away from getting to the point where the blinds are going to be, the big blind's going to be 10% of the starting stacks. That's really going to cause some action. Talking of action, nice 3-bet shove from walkover takes a pot. And we get threes. We raise enough to say that we'll go all in if Tiger shoves, but little enough that we can fold if Hacky shoves. Hacky only shoves here with an absolute monster. If Tiger shoves, we are hoping that they don't have a bigger pocket pair. We wouldn't hate anything else, but thankfully they fold. We're only just inside the stack sizes to cash here, and that'll get bigger the closer we get, so we are a long way off. Looking like we're going to cash yet. Wow, 10-5 hits the 10 on the turn. Crazy stuff. Poor Red Wolf. So, were Hearts to draw here, Celtic could get within a point, and they're playing each other last day of the season. Oh, big shove from Red Wolf, who must have rebought. Wow, okay. So a late rebuy from Red Wolf. They could be out again. Let's see how legit their hand is. It's Queens versus Ace King. It's a classic race, and the Queen's doing very well so far. Still good. Still good. Rivers the Queen unnecessarily, but it meant that it wasn't a King or an Ace. And weak Ace Jack. Okay. Again, I don't really want to go in versus Hacky. Okay, Hacky folds. We have to call, and we are dominated by Ace King, unfortunately. No Jack so far, and there's the King. We're dead. Never mind, sometimes you just run into it. Big blind next hand, and sadly, it looks like the blind's going up. We're now 30th out of 44, which is not as uncomfortable as it seems, but we have to pick our moments and hope for some luck. just about defendable. Especially now that it's gone around to the button. Yeah, red wolf's been very aggressive. Actually means that I could consider shoving here. Alright, yeah, go on, we'll shove. Last time we showed ace jack, they call with ace king. Man, we keep running into ace king. No heart. Oh boy, it's a heart. Okay, a brick on the river. Right, we finally get lucky and beat ace king. It took us a million attempts tonight. And with the very last one, we do it. Poor red wolf's having a terrible night of luck. He got bad beat earlier. And now we've put a bad beat on him now. But we had live cards. He's raised like nearly a third of hands. And he was on the button. Like, the odds of him having ace king. We were really unlucky to run into that there. And then obviously, even though it's like a 60-40, really lucky to beat him. Anyway, sometimes you get lucky. We've had our share of bad luck so far tonight. I almost said unluck. That's great English, Rick. Should we just start saying unluck? Scary thing is we're still a fair way off the old cash. Let's just take the break. I think we need it now. 2 pair beats 1 pair. And wins a big pot as we pick up ace 9. Red wolf gets moved. Hopefully. Oh, I was going to say they don't 3-bet. They don't, but they do call. It's 2 big stacks against each other, which isn't really what we want. But we absolutely have to raise ace 9 on the button. Like, there's... We're playing like an idiot if we don't. Clonus has a great shot to shove now. Because it's a weird call, giving good extra value from Vituperio. Gosh, yeah, you could shove super wide here. They call as well. Wow, okay. Bizarre stuff. And it's a very, very weak flop. So we bet, hoping no one's got the king. And we get called again. Oh, boy. By both. Okay, someone's got the king. I don't mind 1 call, but 2. Like, Vituperio definitely seems like the kind of player that would just call with almost anything there, so that's fine. But Clonis must have the king, and they're going to bet now. Well, this has been a roller coaster that I don't know how to feel about. Calls with an ace and hits. Oh, man. Brutal for the queens. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And that is break. Okay, crazy stuff. See you in 5 and a bit. Woo!
to glasses, we know how to remove them, and we like our respect. When it comes to games that are more popular now than they were when
Alright, I'm going to have to tighten up my... Oh, well, that doesn't help anyway. I'm going to have to tighten up my raging range because Vitu to our left is just calling way too wide, right? And it's not giving us value on our lower hands for just being able to steal the blinds. That and super skill is 3-betting over a third of hands. So if the big blind's got around to him, we don't want to know. No winner for Hearts, alas, but that isn't to say Celtic win, right? Ha! Darn, we finally don't raise a hand and we flop 2 pair. Big blind next hand. Yeah, Pendo, yeah. It just, OBS doesn't capture it. And also, it would clutter up the screen pretty bad. So I just try and say, you know, what I can see a fair amount of the time, explaining some of my decisions. Alright, big blind. And it's ace-9. Oh boy, that's pretty interesting. Well, Clonis hasn't raised a hand yet, and they're out of position, so we're going to respect it pretty hard. We're not shoving, that's for sure, which might have been my response to anybody else after them. Why can't they be clubs? Right, we now got top pair and a flush draw. You'd like to think we might be okay. Okay, check call, check call. Okay, woo-hoo-hoo! I'm very, very relieved to take that one. And now we can get out as they raise again. They only had king 9, wow, and they didn't have a spade. So they were well, not miles ahead because we had the flush draw. But they were ahead of us on the flop after they hit the king. Blind's going up pretty soon and not on us, which is nice. I think someone's just bought in next to us. Just over 5 minutes to go until late registration ends. We are exactly on the payout positions at the moment, chip stack wise. Yeah, blinds up, probably on our button. And pretty significantly up at that. Starting stack. 10% big blind. That is a garbage button hand, though. At least it's an easy fold. Suited king in the cutoff. Gosh darn it. Okay, folds round to the big blind, hacky. And they fold. Beautiful. We take some blinds. We actually take some blinds. Woo! Vichu with a rare raise. Oh, is it legit though? Because Hacky with the big shove for half Vichu's stack, and no, Vichu has to fold again. Okay. I'm glad I get to fold this. Wow, the two short stacks going at it. Probably everyone else gets out of the way. I'd love a call from the monster hand and knock them both out. Okay, can ace queen beat queen 10? So far, so good. Yes, it can. Wow, wouldn't have taken much to have a straight flush there, would it? Not that we would have done. Okay, under the gun raise from us, and classic call from Vichu. Probably bringing on the super skill shove. Fortunately, Foxstroke makes a lot of 3-bets as well, but they just call on this occasion. Right, one big shot at this. Trying to get Vichu out, we do. Ow, baby, we take it down. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Let's go. Not defending the fold round. Fold round, baby. I doubt it, but you never know. No, fair play. Fair play. Ooh, okay, well, we were already folding. But that makes it super easy and also interesting. Not that much more for Super Scroll to call. No, wow, okay. No way we're trying to get Vichu off this. It's just too hard to get them off a hand. And it is not the hand to do it with. That could be a raise, though. Okay, not anymore. Not anymore. Ooh, Hacky under the gun raise, and Foxstroke with a small 3-bet and they fold. Wow. And we get ace king. If VZB wants to shove because they're short stacked, we obviously go with this. I think we'd... Yep. You know what? Trust your big hands to carry you home. This is a monster hand in this situation still. Foxstroke should be 3-betting really wide. They 3-bet nearly a third of hands as well, so... Yeah, Ace-King should be more than good enough here. They could call and turn over Ace-Queen easily. No, beautiful! Beautiful! Oh, that's a decent amount of chips to pick up there. That's for sure. That was a borderline raise, but there's been so much action. Let's just sit back and see what happens. Okay, late registration has ended. There are 23... That jumped. That jumped 3 places suddenly. There's 23 places getting paid. We'd make $5 profit for the weekend if we get into that 23. There are 64 players left. There's suddenly like a bunch of rebuys right at the end or something, or buy-ins. That's really weird. Like, maybe a satellite finished at the last second? Flush is going to do it, even if the King of Spades in the end ended up being a better hand. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have to raise 6s. We could go with a shorter stack. Maybe even Clonis. Definitely bin. Don't know about any of the bigger ones. Oh, boy. That's a really small re-raise. So, are we getting 7 times this? Yeah, I think we are. Okay. Swing and a miss. And another miss. Blinds up. It was nice to get 2 extra cards to the 6. Gave us 5-1 odds in the end rather than 7-1. But we didn't get there in the end. Not quite good enough under the gun. So we're currently in 10th. Okay, we could lose the very short stack here. Unlikely Vichu calls. Ace-Jack versus 6s and Ace-Jack hits. So yeah, the short stack's in a lot of trouble. No 6 on the river. An unimpressive but suited big blind. I guess we're getting some very nice implied odds here. Okay, never mind. I think this has to be a call. It is a call. 7-5 suited. Wow. Wow. And they hit the runner flush. Oh, Kurt, I'm so sorry. Oh, that is harsh. Wowzers. It's a shame we're out of position on Vichu. If we had them on our right, I think we'd be in a really strong situation at this table. Okay, yep, Ace of Hearts on an all-heart board. I'll just put them all in if they check. Nice, nice. That's great. Clon is back to starting stack. They've been very tight. And they remain very tight. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Pendo. Yeah, it's why I don't talk numbers. I just talk in general. Someone's been aggressive, someone's been tight, etc., etc. Yeah, Vlam, really shocked by the late binds. I really wonder if that was a satellite finishing. It's hard to imagine a satellite finishing that close to late registration ending. Can't quite understand what happened there. 9-10 beats Ace Jack, so we don't lose a player, sadly. We very much want, even though we're quite a long way off the payout, we do want players going out, really. Okay, calls and an ace comes out. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That's a very small continuation bet. A min re-raise. We've seen Zidix fold to that very, very early on, and they do again. Don't know what Vichu's doing, but it's working for them. Shoves to the blinds. Oh, a big stack joins our table. At least we're in position on them. Almost exactly the same stack as Vichu. Wow. Oh, ace 6. Ugh. Ugh. Very tight clonish shoves. Oh boy. If this is a bounty tournament, I'd call all day, but it's not. I'm going to respect Clonis's tightness. They did do this with like a King 9 suited earlier, but even so. Even so. Even flow. No, my 4! Blinds up again soon, and we're about to be the button, so that's pretty cool. We're basically down to the point where 50% of the remaining players will make the cash. Still really hoping that I make my $5 profit for the weekend so far. Though we'll be playing quite a bit tomorrow, so that won't last. Wow. Vichu not going away. Unless they were drawing and they've missed. It's hard to see them folding this river. Pocket aces versus just a 9. No, they get Goshlag. Well done, Vichu. How did they play that? Did they 3-bet? Did they flat? Can't imagine they 3-bet because I don't know how Gosh Leg would have got to the flop. Blinds up. Thought we might get a hand, but we don't really. %50 of the remaining players make the cash, but that is a long 50% away. Wow, all the 9s. We didn't have a 9 this time. I've never flopped 3 9s when I've had pocket 9s yet. That's how unlucky I am with pocket 9s. If there's going to be a 5th suit in poker, what would it be? The current 4 seems so random if, like me, you don't know the history of them, right? What about middle pair? As the blinds go around and we don't do anything, our stack size is trickling down the order towards not making the cash. We are slightly above average. But only slightly. And only 3.5 times starting stack, and even that won't be the case once the big blind hits us. Ooh, a 3-bet. Which Virtue can definitely afford, so yeah, I'm not at all surprised to see them call. But even Virtue probably doesn't have a 3, so they let that one go. Okay. Wouldn't hate one of the smaller stacks shoving on us here. Even Clonis. Even Clonis. Would be a little scared by Clonis doing it. And we've hit. That's great. Probably we just take it now. No, apparently. Probably we just take it now. Yeah, okay. Cool. I could have checked that. Man, that's tricky trappy. But of all people to do it against, maybe I could have checked that. Swapped into trap mode. But then another king might come. Definitely ways that goes horribly wrong. And yeah, with us being reasonably close to the money, we probably don't want to risk our tournament life on a fruity play. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go again. Here we go again. Looks like we got nothing. Wow, Clonis is super tight, so I expect that we just take the blinds, actually. The call is what we don't want. The call is a bit weird from such a short stack. Okay, we don't hate this. Yeah, we've got King Jack dominated, and they hit the Jack. Queen for the straight. Oh, the king. And yeah. Oh, the king wasn't good. What am I on about? Oh my goodness. The ace on the river. Oh, wow. It's late. It's late, chat. Okay, miracle ace on the river. Miracle ace on the river. Ended up having ace jack in my head there, weirdly. Which obviously wasn't the case at all. Okay, in the end, somehow, some way, our ace king holds up, and we have ourselves on a few more chips, which is great. And we're in position on virtue now. Okay, that's really good. And we also have more chips than them. All of this is really good. Would have had top pair, but never mind. Yeah, Natalius, that's the thing, right? I won a variety of tickets from $20 up to $1,000. Not many $1,000, to be fair. But for the most part, I've been trying to play the cheaper ones first. And now I've ended up with more $100 left than all the other tickets combined. So, yeah, we'll be playing a lot of $100. Oh, it definitely is, Bendo. Definitely is, yeah. That's why I was wondering if it was a super late finishing satellite. Maybe Hydra, yeah, maybe. Yeah, Pendo, like, if you're really good at late game poker, and for whatever, maybe it's like a time saver. Maybe the negative EV, if your EV is high enough, doesn't offset how much time it saves for a lot of people. But, yeah, it is negative EV, for sure. If you can afford the time, you're way better off playing from the start. Big shove, baby. What a pot, what a shove. Can either of the shorter stacks, not short stacks, they both would cripple us. Can either of the shorter stacks find a huge call? We had a queen here. We're blocking one of the queens. We know. No one else knows that. Blinds up in a minute. Blind's really rocketing now as well. Oh, he does! He does find the call! Surely Tandem's bluffing. No, set of sixes. Gosh, I couldn't be more wrong, but what a call. To be fair, I think they have to, right? Top pair, top kicker, and the nut flush draw? Like, I don't even know. I can only imagine they took so long to try and get virtue in, because I don't think you could ever fold that, sadly. Wow, okay. Well, that's great news for us. Very, very... I guess the sad thing for them is it's terrible tournament equity-wise, isn't it? All right, blinds up next hand. We're up to 7th. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And with such a big stack to our left, we should actually play really, really tight now. Especially while we get some info on them. Got a little excited by the queen. Nothing came of it. Virtue with one of their 7-5 suited raises. I wouldn't be surprised to see Virtue go out, sadly. Unless they keep getting lucky. I mean, that could definitely win this. Yeah. Okay. We've only seen a few hands, but we haven't seen Tandem 3-bet yet. I guess while that's the case, we, millennial shoves we can call. Oh, okay, round to the blind. So we're going to be in position if we just get called. Virtue does love a call. Does make the call. That is obviously a complete miss. Calls again. We hit the queen. And folds to the big turn bet. We were very lucky to pick up the queen there, weren't we, on the turn? I don't know if I'd have found the bet otherwise, honestly. Oh, almost called. Was going to call the 5,000. Kings looking pretty good. Kings are good. We were blocking the diamonds. And they are very short stacked. Now we will not be playing this one. We're up to 5th, baby. We're up to 5th. 13 players to go. It's been 13 players to go for a while. Tandems certainly could call this, couldn't they? Shame it's not a ransom tournament. A noble shape, Coley. A noble shape indeed. We like a noble shape. Okay. There is a call. Does Tandem want to make it 2 calls? Millennial has 6s. Slightly ahead. Not anymore. Not anymore, sadly. So we don't lose a player. They're the 2 short stacks, but neither of them are desperately short. Yeah, but Insomniac, yeah. Sounds accurate for a historical game. No, of course. It's an ancient game, isn't it? So if you're gonna guess the origin, guess of its time. You bigot. Joking. Let's keep it tight. Let's keep it tight. Yeah, Corley, I guess now. Great question. I guess folding that A7 was the moment that I decided that I was going to try and see if we can make the money from here. Can't very well bully with Tandem to our left, although with them not having 3-bet yet, it does open the door if we'd like to try. What a river indeed, Pendo. What a river indeed. Justice, yes. Yes. Ooh, 5s, okay. I could have... You know what? Yeah, I've been folding. It's okay to raise once in a while. But I could have folded this, you know. This, yeah, and there's the 3-bet that we didn't want to see. The thing is, I could call to hit a 5, and it could open up our entire tournament. No, I'm going to do the smart thing. And now, and the good thing is that we've got the information right now. Like, we've raised Tandem's 3-bet, so we know now that is possible. I know it's obviously always possible because they could have woken up with aces even if they were the tightest 3-player in the world, 3-better in the world. But yeah, we can now assume for a good long while that they're going to take advantage of their stack advantage on us. So we really have to wait for it. I do call it. You wouldn't know it at times. Vlam, good question. Is this hefty compared to average? Yeah, it was. Not anymore. The average is now 120. And we're the only stack apart from the giant stack Tandem that's above that. But yeah, it was. Ooh, action here. Is it finally the time that Vichu gets a bit short stacked? They've always come out, like, they've gone on some losing streaks of losing little bits. And they've played some funky hands. But they've always won the key hand at the end, and it's checked them on the river. And they check 2 pair back. Wow. And they do it again. So no, they are another hand above average. And they do it again. Never, ever going to be short stacked. Yeah, thanks, Hydra. Yeah. That would have been really sad, wouldn't it? Yeah, for that to have gone how it nearly went. Why does it have to go that way? Why can't we just, like, all miss, right? Or we hit our ace first? Why does it have to take years off my life? Having me behind all the way until the river where I retake... Well, sorry, from the flop until the river where I retake it. Okay, I would like my hand back now. It was a very tight fold, but I felt it was correct. And now I don't mind so much. We were very, very strong on the flop, but not so much now. I think we're ahead, though. I think with them both... yeah, I don't know. And yeah, okay. Now I'm delighted. Now an 8's are straight. Back to delighted. Good fold, Rick. Gosh, in like the last 10 minutes, we've lost one player. That's pretty depressing. Blinds up after the next hand, which will be our cutoff, which isn't too bad. King 10. I think this is a bet. I was thinking about checking to try and hit the jack. But I think it's so likely that we get a fold here that I think I have to bet. And I just accept that I lose the chance to hit a jack sometimes. There's also a world in which we do the small bet and they just flat it and we still get to see if we get the jack. And then that makes it more likely that they check the turn to us. And then we can check to see if we hit the jack on the river if we missed it on the turn. So, yeah, it was the bet there. And I'm glad I got the balls to raise the King 10, because I nearly folded it, which is insanely tight. Like, on the button, folding King 10. I've tightened up my range to be raising King 10 there, right? As like, the lowest hand that we'd raise. Okay, unless we're going crazy, we've lost a couple more players now. So we're down to needing 10 out of 33 to go. Yeah, Hydra, it is an incredibly unfortunate situation to have tandem to our left. But, one, we just know that we've got to play tighter, which we have. We've adapted our game. And secondly, they've 3-bet us once, but they haven't been crazy. Like, there are pros... not all, but some, that would just re-raise us every time we went in the pot, right? And they haven't done that. They've done it once. So, actually, I can't complain too much. Yes, nut flush versus set is good. Poor Millennial. They both had a monster on the turn, but Millennial, unknowing to them, needed the board to pair. It did not. The set of 7s didn't look too good on the river, but by then it was too late, I guess. 7-2, I guess that's a fold. Okay, big blind next hand. The blinds increases are actually getting rid of some players now. 8 players to go to the money, and the short stack shoves. Yes! Okay, big stack all in. I'd absolutely love a call, but I doubt it. No, queens will do. No 2. No 2. No 2 on the river. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, another player down. 7 players to go. Free flop? No, not free flop. Okay. It's a shame. Wow, limp fold to that? That's a surprise. 5s? Was them, wasn't it, I think? Giving tandem a very, very good spot to 3-bet. Like I say, they've only done it once. Let's test them. Nope, they just call. We don't hit a 5. We've just seen a set lose. But no, sets are amazing, aren't they? They're so well disguised. They're so strong. Sometimes the board pairs and takes away all the straights and flushes if there even are any. Well done, Ollie. Bring those bubbles. That's what we want. That's what we want. 13 minutes to break. I don't think we'll get rid of 7 players in 13 minutes. Yeah, I've just done it again as well, Corley. I am a sucker for a low pocket pair. GTO Wizard has shown me that I can fold them sometimes, so I've started doing it a little bit more, but I absolutely love a small pocket pair. Hey, Assis, great to see you, man. Thank you. Ooh, call. You can afford it. You can afford it. Why does DVZ keep limp folding? It's so weird. Cool. What I should do is start looking at the stack sizes of the shortest stacks here and encourage myself to ooh, a 3-bet versus a relatively short stack. That's tasty. That's tasty. How does this go down? I think if Supreme goes all in, Tandem surely calls. It's not that much more. They do go all in. Yeah, this would be mad not to call. Queens versus Ace King, the classic race. No hit so far, and we don't want it to. Absolute brick on the turn. Brick on the river. Let's go. Poor Supreme. Ace King at the wrong time. Into us getting 7s. I can't fold it, Corley. I'm so sorry. I gotta admit, I'm one of the players that if I was Tandem, I'd shove me here. I'm very glad that they're not. Very glad. Oh, okay. If you've got a 2, you've got a 2. What can I say? Okay. Oh, wow. I was sweating that one. But we've actually won a nice amount of chips there. That is wonderful. Wonderful. Up to 8th with 5 players to go. As we probably overtake DBZ unless they defend their small blind successfully. The short stack on another table is a very small 23,000. Big blind is about to be 7,000, so that's just tiny, isn't it? So, yeah, we don't have any of, like, the bottom 6 shortest stacks at our table, maybe even 7. Oh, Revolver is now 6th as we lose another. No, we don't lose another. Someone gained chips. That's a shame. Never mind. But yeah, to give you an idea, there's 5 shorter stacks at other tables right now than Revolver. It's a weird one. Maybe I was supposed to call that in case I flopped the nut straight or a big 2 pair. I could be throwing away $182 if I hit 2 pair and it gets redrawn, but at the same time, it's a weirdly good chance to double up because Tandem can so afford to double us up, right? Is the weird thing. I should really be 3-betting this, but I can't. Also, yeah, no, it's Vichu. No, I can't. Not at this point. Not at this point. Not with 5 players to go. Let's leave it up to other people to play. Poker sensibility says just watch the others knock themselves out and then play poker. Yeah, Hydro Bush, right? It's so hard to play. Which is why I'm just ending up chickening out. But I think in the end, I think we've found the right level. We've just picked the odd hand occasionally to have a bit of a go with, made a few chips, and mostly sat back and watched the others play. Not lost a player in a little while now, and the shortest stack is now up to 39,000, which is quite an increase in what it was. There's no badge for a Fenomeno, I don't think. I feel like there should be. Well, that's the world's easiest fold. Is that capturing the badges? It is. Anyway. Yeah, Natalius, yeah. It's a good question if you've missed me telling it for sure. Oh, wow, okay. The bubbles appear because we lose another 2, and it's now 3 to go. Technically not the bubble till we get to 24, but yeah, I'll take it. Another 2 gone is excellent news. So the story, Natalius, is... Thought we were going to get aces. That I played a load of poker just over a year ago, and then I finally got a big win in it, funnily enough. The reason why... The way that I stopped was I got a big win, and then my roof had a massive leak, and it was the exact amount of my bankroll that I just won to fix it. So I just withdrew it all and said, you know what? I just want to play Blood Bowl now. And I spent a year playing and enjoying my Blood Bowl. And, but I had 3 $55 tickets for satellites left. And just as I left it the entire year until the first one was going to expire. And then right the day before it expired, I played it. And I said on the stream, like, I don't want to play more poker. This isn't a return to poker. Like, I just want to do Blood Bowl. But I've got these 3 $55 tickets to play. It'd be irresponsible of me not to play them, you know. It's real money in a sense, and for my family, etc., etc. And it was a 600-player tournament, and we came second, which the prize was 72 poker tickets worth $10,300, or 73 worth $10,300. A spread of $20 to $1,000 tickets, and yeah, so here we are playing through them. And if you exclamation mark gold pass, no space, I've got a document showing my results so far, playing through them all. Oh, it's Jackball, baby! These opponents, yeah. Yeah. Oh, tier 2 861s. Absolutely incredible, Jackball. Great to see you. Oh, a free flop. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. More than happy to miss this flop. I think the worst thing would be getting, like, bottom 2 pair and having to risk getting counterfeit. Vichu has finally got a bit short stacked. I wouldn't put it past Vichu not surviving to the money, the way that they play. Again, nothing to go with the king, thankfully. Because, honestly, ace-king against tandem just has us getting knocked out on the bubble written all over it. 5 minutes to break. I did say I didn't think that we'd make the cash by break. It's actually right on the wire. It's crazy to fold a suited king there, but not in this spot. Not in this spot, it's not. Short stack is now 20. It's Hubby. Oh, we were playing Hubby for ages earlier. It's Hubby on 25,000. They are crazy short stacked. Gosh, sorry. No, Pendo. You'd think so. No, you and Friggin' Nibbler are both very old school, legit viewers. But yes, Friggin' Nibbler. Yes, there is tons. But avoid it like the plague. Avoid it like the plague. With the exception of if you're prepared to put in thousands of hours of study for poker, in which case, feel free to play real poker. Yeah, fair play, Pendo, yeah. Yeah, I used to grind Singos when I was, like, pro. Making my living off it. That's really what I did mostly. Yeah, it's funny how some people super suit cash better, whereas I just love a tournament. Yeah, thank you, Corley, yeah. Honestly, me, like, reciting that I'm a strong independent poker player to myself is actually probably quite a good idea. That feels good. Thank you. Thank you, Corley. We don't need aces. We just need patience. It's down to 24. It's one more person to go out. It's just filled up 3 tables, so we've got 3 tables of 8 now. One more person to go out to make the money. And might it be Vichu? Well, I can tell you what the short stack is. It's not Vichu, is it? Because Revolver's on slightly less. The Revolver might be sensible and try and hang in like crazy. Yeah, sadly we did lose Hubby. Kalkaraz on another table who we don't know is... Why do some people have 2 in brackets next to their name? Is it maybe that's their rebuys or something? Anyway, they're on 37,000. Skirtle, not Squirtle, but Skirtle is on 39,000, and then we've got our Revolver and Vichu. They're the 4 shortest stacks in the tournament by a chunk. It jumps after that. Yes, Tandem, you can bully. Congratulations. Wow, Ollie didn't get the memo that they're supposed to be surviving one more player. DBZ never gets the memo, so that's no surprise. We'd have had bottom pair, wouldn't be interested. DBZ with the position raise gets Tandem out of there. My goodness me, you'd think a continuation bet from Tandem might have won this, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to try. This could be a complete bluff by DBZ, and we'll never know. Thank you so much, Belgian Gimli. Playing for hand pan now. In fact, it might go to break while we wait for the other 2 tables to finish. Oh yeah, there's tiny tournaments, Flam. You can play for like 50 cents, I want to say. Yeah, as Pendo says, yeah, pokercoaching.com's a really decent start for sure. I being old school, have tended to read books. You can just Google the best poker books to read, right? Yeah, as Thulian says, absolute pennies. Yeah, you can play like cash games that are like 1 pence, 2 pence big blinds, or 1 cent, 2 cents big blinds. So yeah, you don't have to spend a fortune. Yep, as Pendo says. I haven't heard of Party Poker in years, but yes, they are a legit site. But yeah, PokerStars and GG are the big 2 at the moment. Right, we wait for the hands to finish, but I think that's break. What we will wait a second though. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't make the cash by 1 by the break. Not the end of the world. I'll go make a cup of tea. I think we are making it. We're going to be $5 up this weekend. Woo! That was good timing. And weirdly, we've got to fold this because tandem should shove us all in. Any 2 cards. Yeah, crazy stuff happening while I'm chatting to chat. Okay. It's a big chunk of revolver stack. Do they find the call? They shouldn't, I dare say. Skirtle is shorter stack than them, even after the blinds. Yeah. Unless, of course, they had aces or something. It's a massive difference. Nothing for 24th. $182 for 23rd, isn't it? I'm glad we've got a playable stack afterwards. Yeah, hand for hand just isn't getting rid of a player. No one wants to be that 24th, understandably. Feel for whoever it is. We're exactly halfway from 1st to 24th on 12th. Yeah, Domlab, yeah, if we could just survive one more player, we'll be $5 up for the weekend. So, yeah, would be very, very happy with the cash here for sure. Oh, Super Skill's gone. So Vichu now, if they're keeping an eye on the blah, blah, blah lobby, should know that they can just fold and it's definitely the cash. Did they realize it's hand for hand? Why were they using all their time back there? I wouldn't put it past Vichu to not realize it was hand for hand. Yeah, tandem raises. Everyone should fold. Gosh, Super Skill must have had quite a stack as well. Yeah, and that's it. Everybody else survives and makes the money. Oh, baby. Delighted with that. And big congratulations to Skirtle and Revolver, who were very, very short stacks there. That's great news for them. They've got to be delighted. Okay, so the next payout increment is 17th. Jumps $32. Even with a few short stacks, I don't think it's guaranteed we make 17th. We're obviously going to start playing poker again now to try and win the thing, really. Certainly try and make the top 4, let's say. Top 4 or 5. I guess we could start by saying final table. We're not going to be too tight. A little bit tight. Not going to be too tight trying to survive to 17th for $32. There's some big money on the line on the final table. We want to be there. Yeah, I did way back in the day. I read all 3. The third one's not so good these days, probably. But yeah, I read all 3 Harrington on Hold'ems. The second one especially is excellent. If you're really quite beginner, the first one's excellent too. But oh my goodness, the second one for the time. There might be better books now, but it still wouldn't be a bad place to start for sure. The second one was the book 20 years ago. Funnily enough, I probably still do too many Harrington on Hold'em things that you shouldn't, that we now learn can be slightly done better in different ways, right? Yeah, Vlam, nice. That's a great attitude, you know. Yeah, young and stupid is a shame, isn't it? I've always said, I wish I could have my young body without the stupid brain. Skirtle and Virtue still kicking around with their short stacks. Ollie calls with a set of 10s versus a bluff. Yep. Well done, Ollie. Gets paid. Excuse me. Okay, that's a defendable hand. We don't want to be trying to play too many flops though anymore. Like we want to be 3-betting to take stuff pre-flop soon. Not here. No, not here. Oh boy. I almost want an excuse to fold this on the turn. I can't fold now. Yeah, okay, so, what, 9-10 and Jack-Queen just overtook us? Alright. If they re-raise, I think we've got to assume they've got the 9. No, they just fold. Great stuff. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. We make a few chips defending with our suited ace, and then we get 7s. Would not hate Vichu just shoving here and us over shoving. Oof. Oh, okay. Oh no, this should be a shove. What am I doing? Alright, I can check shove this, I think. Okay, weird one. Let's proceed with caution. Okay. Okay. I think we probably made the max there. Against ace 3? We definitely made the max. Wow, we just got paid 20,000 on the end by ace 3. Let's go. And yeah. Okay. I made more chips than if I'd shoved pre, so what the hey. We'll take it. Right, is this the end of Virtue? It's a 50-50. No hit yet for the Jack King, which we do want them out. Spades bad. The Jack of not spades. Okay. They are gone. What a river. What a river. Alright, it's another player down. We get a suited ace again. We just made a ton off one suited ace. We're in position. Doesn't matter because Roxana shoves. Interesting. Big blind. Hands like this are better when the blinds are on the smaller side. It is a call though, I think, still. Wow! Glad I made that call. I've got to re-raise this though because there is too big a chance of them having like an ace or king of spades. So we probably just take this now. Oh boy. Oh boy. 10 of spades. We are blocking 2. Straight. Doesn't matter. Hits the spade. And we just get the minimum payout for a $5 profit for the weekend. It does mean that I get some sleep now. That is a disappointing river. They just re-shoved with a gut shot and a flush draw that they didn't know was good and 1 overcard. That is a spicy shove from Tandem. We'd have been on 4,027 chips. Which would have been the biggest stack in the tournament by a small margin on 3 players. Tandem himself would have been just below it. Zidix and Nico Goodboy all on 400 and a tiny bit. Well, that's a shame. But we should always be happy when we get bad beat out. We were blocking 2 of the spades, so their flush draw, which they had to hit right. There was no other way for them to win that hand. Yeah, their flush draw was not very good, but it came anyway, and that happens sometimes. So at least we did make the cash, right? Like, there's plenty of worlds in which we don't cash there. We not only made a really decent profit for tonight, we also made a profit including yesterday's losses. So 182 onto the document, and let's give somebody a raid. And I'll be on much earlier, all being well, tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Woo!